26 miles of water separated England from Nazi-occupied France. For 4 years, it had been Europe's last barrier. Now, it was about to become the road back. Eisenhower had one mission: invade the most heavily defended coastline in history. 5 beaches. 1 day. 156,000 men. He kept a statement of failure in his wallet just in case. Rommel had spent months turning the French coast into a fortress. Concrete bunkers, steel obstacles, millions of mines. He told Hitler, "Stop them on the beaches, or the war is lost." He was right about both things. By June 5th, southern England had become the largest armed camp in history. 3 million soldiers, 5,000 ships, 13,000 aircraft. Eisenhower chose June 6th, a single 2-4-hour window between storms. On the evening of June 5th, Eisenhower walked among the paratroopers preparing to board their aircraft. His air commander had warned him casualties might reach 70%. He approved the drop anyway. Just after midnight, 13,000 American paratroopers jumped into the darkness over Normandy, scattered by cloud and anti-aircraft fire. But they created confusion behind German lines that would prove crucial. At 0016 hours, British gliders crash-landed beside the Caen Canal. D Company was out and moving within seconds. The first objective of D-Day taken in 11 minutes. 7,000 ships filled the channel from horizon to horizon. German radar stations reported the fleet. The reports were ignored. The weather was too bad for an invasion. Or so the Germans believed. At 5:50 a.m., the Allied battleships opened fire. 6 battleships, 21 cruisers, 67 destroyers. The noise was heard in England. 600 bombers hit the Normandy coast in the pre-dawn run. Most German soldiers in the bunkers survived intact. They would be ready when the landing craft came. At 6:30 a.m., the first ramps dropped on the Normandy beaches. The men inside had been seasick for hours. They waded 200 yards through cold water under fire. At Omaha, everything went wrong. The tanks sank. The bombers missed. The bluffs were untouched. The first men off the boats waded into fire from positions. On the cliffs above, the beach turned red. The men who survived pressed forward. Up the bluffs. They took Omaha because there was no alternative. From the bunkers above Omaha, it was a perfect killing field. Open beach, rough surf, nowhere to hide. For a few hours, it seemed like it might work. It did not. At Utah Beach, the landing craft drifted south in the current, away from the strongest defenses. Brigadier General Roosevelt surveyed the situation and said, "We'll start the war from right here." 197 casualties at Utah. 2,000 at Omaha. The difference: current, chance, and one man's decision. The Canadians at Juno Beach arrived late, fighting through a seaside village house by house. By the end of the day, they had advanced further inland than any other Allied force. The men at Omaha who survived the beach gathered at the base of the bluffs. 2 choices: stay and die, or climb. They climbed. 225 Rangers scaled a 100-foot cliff under fire. When they reached the top, the guns were gone, moved inland. They found them and destroyed them anyway. It cost them more than half their men. By afternoon, Omaha Beach had transformed. No longer a killing ground, a staging area. Vehicles landing, supplies coming ashore. The German moment had passed. By nightfall, 156,000 Allied troops were ashore. All 5 beaches were connected. The Atlantic Wall had been breached at every point. More than 4,400 Allied soldiers were dead. The supply problem was solved by artificial harbors, towed across the channel in pieces and assembled offshore. Within a week, more men were landing every day. Then on D-Day itself, Hitler held his panzer reserves back, convinced the real invasion was still coming at Calais. Operation Fortitude, the deception plan, had worked. By the time the tanks moved toward Normandy, it was too late. Above Omaha Beach, on the bluffs taken on June 6th, there is a cemetery. 9,387 white crosses and stars of David, in perfect rows. Each one is a man who did not come home from the beach below. Some of them were 17 years old. They are buried in France because they came to free France. The French gave the land in perpetuity because the men beneath it earned it. The German bunkers above Omaha are still there. You can stand at the gun slit and look down at the beach and understand what it costs to come up that sand against those guns. On that morning, on the 25th of August, 1944, 11 weeks after D-Day, the Allies entered Paris. 4 years of occupation, over by nightfall. By March 1945, the Allied armies crossed the Rhine into Germany. 9 months from the beaches of Normandy to the heart of the Reich. On the 8th of May 1945, Germany surrendered. The road from Omaha Beach to Berlin took 11 months, and it liberated a continent. Omaha Beach is quiet now. The sand is clean. The channel is calm. 4,400 men did not go home from this place. The ones who survived built the world. The rest of us have lived in ever since. When you walk on this beach today, the sand looks like any other beach, except that it isn't, and it never will be again.